Everybody, welcome back to part 2 of carving a cypress. Well, it's not a cypress knot, it's a piece of cypress. Okay, I'm Kevin. And I'm putting a garden in and stuff, so it's been taking a little bit of my time. You know, it's that time of year. So we're going to start working on this guy again. I was looking at him. I don't really have too much wood. He's kind of thin, you know, in here. So we might just put a regular beard on him. And I did mess up the lip because I was going for something different. In my head originally, you know, I really should have planned it out a little bit, but so I ended up just taking this down a little bit and just giving him, I'm going to just give him some teeth like that. That's the only way. My original idea I can't do because I had cut under here way too far, so that's okay. So we'll just probably give him just some beard hair. We'll probably, you know, come down on the side here like this, and we'll dremel some beard hair in here, and we'll do some over here, and we'll put his eyes in and stuff, and clean them up and see what we come up with. I was going to do like a mushroom or something down here, but I think I'm going to save that idea for maybe the next video. We'll do a wood spirit, you know, something I can plan a little bit, and I'll do a design or something in the middle here. Maybe put a couple of things in there. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But for now, I'm going to get this thing done and finished, so I'm making a video, and we'll finish up. So we're probably going to come around here to the side, like I said, off of here. And we might do just even something like this, you know, just to get that hair to look a little bit different. We'll try to follow this type of path anyway. Let's see over here, maybe the same thing. We'll give them some little sweepy type points, if you can see that. And we'll go around with the Dremel and, you know, make sure we try and give it a neat little effect anyway. And of course, we'll come through here. Maybe we'll even try to layer this a little or something. I don't know. It depends on how things go. Like I said, it's cypress, so I don't want to go too nuts and have it start chipping and everything if I want to do anything too fancy with it. And I think I have a bee in my garbage. I can hear it buzzing. Okay. So I'll probably do something like this. You know, maybe we'll give him some tufts this way. We'll see. I'm just going to, and we'll bring hair like here. So for right now, I got his eyes rounded up. We have some smile lines in. We got this right here. We'll probably put some teeth there. And the beard, and he's pretty much going to be done. So let's get started on this. I am going to be using, what do I have in my, well, I got this Typhoon beard. This is an old burr. It's an old Typhoon. And going to be using this. This is pretty much the same as a Cuts-All bit or a saber-tooth bit. Pretty much more on the saber-tooth end, I would say this is. You know, it's a little pointier. And well, some of my first bits I started carving with years and years and years ago. So here we go. I'm going to turn on the old dust collector and we'll get cranking. Okay, here we go. Let's try and start etching this in. I just want to get the design that I'm looking for. So just sit back and enjoy. I'm going to speed it up and even sped up. There's a lot of work I'm going to do on this guy. First I'll etch it in and I'll make sure, you know, I like the hair pattern that I'm putting on. And then we'll go around and we'll, you know, we'll shape everything up. We'll try to undercut a lot of this stuff. I really want it to look kind of layered, and we'll wrap some hairs around the back so, you know, they stick out and all kinds of stuff. When it comes to detailing, I get a little bit OCD. But I enjoy it, you know, I just like to play with all the different bits and see what kind of effects I can get. So, you know, never be afraid to play. I'll probably even finish this guy just for the video's sake. And then I'll probably go back afterwards before I end up selling them or putting them on a table anywhere, at a show or a market or online or wherever I'm going to get rid of them. And I'll probably do a lot more detailing after that. I like to make sure I get all the bits I can use to make any little things stick out more. I want to undercut a lot of this beard hair after we put it in. I want to put a lot of little lines in it with different small like cylinder bits and stuff. Right now I'm just kind of outlining it and get the main flow, and then, you know, clearing the discoloration off. And then I'll start making them deeper and deeper as we go. And I'll start wrapping hair around the back and everything, and we'll see what kind of effects we can get, you know. Once I get into relaxing and just sitting with my Dremel, I'll just, you know, keep looking at it. Like I said, most carvings are abandoned. You just got to know when to stop, because otherwise you could just always see something that you want to adjust, you want to play with. I like to always add a little more hair. Everywhere I look, I could add another piece of hair, or I could undercut something that'll make it show better. So let's try to shape it up here and see how I'm starting to cut around the back a little bit. And I want those to stick out and not just look like they're just, you know, lines on a board. I want them to actually wrap around the back of the carving a little bit. You know, come around the back with your Dremel a bit and take some wood out, you know, get that negative space. And you'll see as I keep going how that hair will start to stick out a little bit. Makes your wood spirit a little bit more different, a little bit more interesting to look at. Definitely gives it a different effect. Like right here, I'm trying to take some of that and get it around the back. You see that? And I'll look for more places I can do it, and wherever I can, I'll try to add a little bit of space around it like that, and cut some chunks out of the back to get a couple of tufts to stick out here and there. And it makes it, all in all, I think it makes a better carving, you know. And it actually is a lot more work. People look at it and say, wow, you did a lot of work to this thing, which really you are. You're putting in, you know, some time. But if you're enjoying it, it doesn't really feel like you're working that hard anyway. And all these little hairs, I'll start making the points a little bit better. I'll start adding more in between. And like I said, after camera, I can even get my paintbrushes out afterwards and give him a little bit of shadow and stuff, because this is Cypress. So as long as I can keep it from being too chippy and, you know, chunks taken out of them, I can fix them up and make him really look like a nice carving. You know, even though it's just a piece of scrap I cut off a cypress knee. Okay, sorry about that. My dust collector just fell, and the whole time I was carving, I was breathing that stuff, so it's like, I had to shut it off. But you get the idea. What I'm doing is I'm roughing this all out. I'm trying to get some different little layers, different depths, and coming around the back of the carving, you know, to show a little bit of negative space in between there, and you can see the kind of effect it starts having on some of the hair. All right, so I'm going to go around, I'm going to clean this up, get the depths that I want. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want to smooth it over. Then I'll probably use like a steel ball or something, and if that chips it up even, I'll use a ruby carver if I have to, and get a lot of the chips and stuff out. And then we'll come up here and we'll do the eyes and give them a little detail lines in the mustache and stuff. And we should be good to go. It's just going to be a simple little wood spirit. I want to make them look nice around here. But I want some different, you know, a little bit of different effect with the hair. So I'm going to work on that a little bit more. And try to get some to pop out. Try to get from the back a little bit. I could clean up down around here so it all gets undercut. And then all the little points and stuff, get those nice and sharp and sticking out. And that'll give us a neat little effect with the hair. I don't know if I want to add anything up here or not yet. We will see. Okay, let me clean this up a little bit, and we'll come up here to the eyes. All right, I switched bits and went to the cuts all tapered bit. It's a long skinny bit, medium grit. And we're gonna try and undercut. And I go around and shape more of these hairs, see if I can get them a little bit pointier in spots. And I have a lot of undercutting to do. You're going to see me turning the carving a lot, because I like to look at it from the side, and I like to undercut everything. And I want to make sure that when I look at this detail, if I'm looking at it from a side view, you'll be able to see that hair and all the detail on it, and I want that from both sides. So sometimes I'll hold it to the side just like this, and I'll look, and I'll make sure that when I hold it and I turn it, I can actually see that hair, you know. So I'll do that on both sides. You'll see me sometimes holding it on the side and then carving it, so I can actually see if those lines are showing or not. So that's all I'm doing here is, you know, I'm going around adding a couple more hairs where I can, undercutting a lot of this, so if I turn it to this side, you know, I'll be able to see it. you know. And if I can't, I'll make it deeper, you know. I'll add some more hairs where I can. I'll add a little detail with some smaller bits afterwards. But it's, you know, a little bit, like I said, I get a little OCD with it. So don't mind me, but it's just a little bit more detail I like to put in once I get all this stuff in, and then smooth it over and sand it, and or like I said, use diamond or ruby bits on it, whatever I have to do. So don't ever think you're putting too much time in. I mean, it's good practice either way. You get to learn what your bits do and enjoy the process, you know. Get better and better at it. The more detail you put in, of course, you know, the more expensive your carving looks, the better it can look. You know, if it doesn't look right, you can always get another bit and try that and see what it does. Right now this bit seems to be working pretty good. It's got a good enough point on it that I can do a lot of the things that I'm trying to do. And I still want to wrap some hair, and I still want to put a lot of little lines in. I'll probably use a cylinder bit for like small hairs. And I'm probably going to add some more hair off camera, you know, once I'm done with this carving. And some of those big tufts, I might break those up a little bit more as we go. You know, even if I got to do it when the video's done, I'm sure I will. Okay. Alright, so I'm going back to the Typhoon bit here to do the mustache. Let me show you a little technique I like to use on the mustache instead of putting a whole bunch of hairs in. I'll drag this bit down. I'll make just little marks for now, and then if I like them, I'll deepen them. And just cutting little wedges out like that. And we'll see what kind of effect it has. And I kind of like it, so I'm going to commit, and I'll make them deeper and round them over a little bit. And I can always take a cylinder bit later and, you know, add some little fine lines going up above those, you know. And that's all I want to do with that bit, but it gives the mustache a good effect. So speaking of cylinder bits, I'm going to switch to that one, a little cylinder bit, and we can start detailing his eyebrows and putting some nice little crow's feet and, you know, character lines around his eyes up here. This will leave a lot smaller little cut if you use it on its edge. And I'm just gonna undercut a little bit, you know, some of those lines, put a couple extra bag lines in and stuff, wrinkles, you know, some crow's feet, clean out some other lines, maybe get a couple of hairs right here coming down off of those cheeks. And I can even use it to put some lines in here, which is probably what I'll do. And I can add some to the mustache, like I said. I'll probably do all this in depth when I'm done with the carving, you know, I'm done with the video, and I'll make sure I can see all of those lines too. This is if you want to go crazy and start detailing, and, you know, detailing's my thing, and I really want to work on a carving, you know. I'll see how many little things I can put into a carving, and right here, even just those little lines, I'm sure that's just the start. I'll probably make sure every point is perfect and everything else, and you know, I'll even come up here to the nose and put some wrinkles coming, you know, off of those eyelids into the nose and stuff. Just fun stuff, and then clean it up with other bits when I'm done. Okay, this right here is time we do the eyes. I got a little gouge here with a nice little sweep on it. It's a small gouge. Okay, just big enough. Make sure you use a gouge so it's not going to be too big for the eyes. I like smaller holes rather than big ones if it's, you know, the eyes aren't too huge. And we're just going to offset these a little bit. Push it in, give it a twist. Try to pop those chips out with our knife. We're trying to make them look a little bit to the side. Gives them a little bit more of an expressive look. Try to pop those out without breaking anything. And there you go. He's pretty much done. That's probably all I'm going to do on camera for this guy. You can turn him to the side and check out all his detail. Make sure it's... You got to make sure that you can see everything from the sides. You know, if I don't like him from the side, like I said, I'm probably going to run a ruby ball over this stuff, smooth it all out, and then I'll undercut, yeah, that hair. I want to undercut that hair more all over the place. I want to round off some, you know, chunky parts and stuff, make everything flow a little bit better, probably add a little bit more hair to them. But this is all I'm going to do for the video today. We got some of these cut in. We did go around the back a little bit. I might make them a little pointier off camera. Like I said, I'll work on him a little bit more and satisfy my need to just, you know, make everything the way I want it. I think I'm going to undercut on the bottom here too, and really get those beard hairs to stick out. So that's probably all I'm going to do for this video. That's our wood spirit that we came up with. This is part 2 from the first one. I know, I'm sorry I was going to do it in one day, but I ended up with other projects. But that's what we got. It'll be a nice little wall hanger for somebody. If you like this video, give it a like. Give me some comments. And I'll see everybody in the next one. Can we stand him up? Does he stand? Wait, oh yeah, he's thick enough. And that crack didn't affect us at all, so that's a good thing. So thanks a lot, guys, for watching. I'll see everybody in the next one.